everyone. Thank you for tuning into this video. Well, I hoped that this would be a better recap video to make than the last one, but it turns out, sadly, it will not be. The Devils lose this one 3-1 to the Philadelphia Flyers, and let's just be honest, this team is not good. I don't know what excuse you can make about this game, but they started off pretty well. And then as the game progressed on, they just looked absolutely lifeless, not skating around, not being physical at all, and really just didn't look good flat out. I'm going to be honest, I missed the first period just because I had other obligations that I needed to attend to. But I watched from the second period on, and I checked my phone during the first period, and I saw that we were up 16-4 in shots. And I was like, oh, they're not playing that bad. I mean, yeah, the score was tied 1-1, but they were heavily outshooting the Flyers. So I thought maybe this is starting to maybe open up, hopefully, going forward. It wasn't the case. The first goal came at about 13 minutes left in the period, and Severson just happened to catch the Flyers on a change and had a nice shot. Let's be honest here. Not many goalies are going to make that save. It went off the post and in, and the Devils lead 1-0. Then probably about like 3 minutes later, the Flyers win a offensive zone faceoff. It was in the Devils zone. They win the draw back to the point. I think it was Gustafson gets the shot off, hits us like a body or two in front. Wedgwood doesn't make the save, and if he does, he gives up a rebound. And Nate Prosser scores. That man, that's embarrassing. That this fourth line loser just pots one in off of us. I mean, granted, it was just sitting there for him, but like, that's embarrassing. I hate when scrubs score against us. Like, if we're going to give up a goal, at least make it to a good player. But freaking Nate Prosser, give me a break. Seems like Carter Hart really bounced back because he's just been playing awful lately. And playing a team like the Devils can certainly help get your confidence going, being that let's be real here. We're gonna maybe outwork you to a point, and then skill takes over at some point, and we just got outplayed. From the second period on, it didn't look that great. I mean, it was pretty even in the second period, and then the third period just started pretty much brutally. And within the first 3 minutes of the period in the third, the Flyers already had 6 shots, like tying their total shots for the game. And man, it's just taking a penalty to start that period too at the beginning. It looked like a mess. They didn't look like they were skating much either. Like, they had a few power play opportunities, and just couldn't really get anything started. The Flyers were all over them. They were being the more physical team, and that's something I think the Devils lack severely. Just one, skill, and two, physicality. I know Bastian's pretty physical, Wood's pretty physical, but other than that, Zacha doesn't. He's like a statue. Doesn't go after anybody. He has this big frame and doesn't do anything with it. Literally does zero with it. Like, no good, no bad. It's just abysmal, that guy. And don't even get me started on freaking PK Subban taking a dumb penalty on the power play. First of all, what the hell is he doing on the power play anyway? Get that scrub out of here. I don't care if he makes $1 million. I don't care if he makes $50 million. Get him off the power play. He is just horrible. He clearly looks lost. And just going back to that awful start in the third period, it leads directly to a goal. The Devils have it in their own zone. First of all, none of this would happen if they called the penalty, the tripping penalty on Hughes. I don't. How is that not a penalty? He literally hit his skate and he fell over. How is that not tripping? Can somebody explain to me how that is not tripping? Like, whether the Devils would have done anything on the power play or not, it would have not led to the goal because the Flyers would have touched it. So how does that make sense that that's not a penalty? The rest in these last 2 games have been absolutely butt awful. Like, nothing but garbage coming from these referees. That's besides the point. And then the Devils give up a goal, like, off of a defensive zone turnover. Like, no matter what, if it was a penalty or not, you can't be giving the puck up in your own zone. And that's what I think the Devils had a problem with doing in this game, is not being able to get out of their own zone, not making tape to tape passes, not being able to make the pass, not being able to catch the puck when you receive a pass. And that's why I think the Devils lost this game in the third. They couldn't do anything. Flyers came out red hot. Carter Hart stood on his head at times, and the Devils really couldn't do anything. Yeah, so the Devils turn the puck over behind their net, gets it to the front of the net. The Flyers do, and Spunneman, or whatever the hell that guy's name is, puts it in front. Abe Kubel, or whatever that guy's name is, hits it off the post, and Raffle just pots it in for an easy goal. And with this team, when it rains, it pours. This goal is just another example of the Devils being able to create turnovers in the defensive zone, being outworked on the boards. Patrick keeps the puck after two guys are literally on top of him, gets it off to the near side point, and that guy just finds Giroux with his stick on the ice. Kulikov bearing on his back, not with his stick not tied up. So easy tipping goal, and Giroux makes it 3-1, and that's the end of the scoring for this game. But man, that was just some really disappointing play after it seems to me like a pretty good, very good start to the first period at the start of the game. And it's upsetting that it went progressively worse, especially in Jesper Bratt's first game. I think he gave this team a little spark, but at times I thought Jack was trying to do too much, reverting back to old habits from last year on a bad team, trying to do everything himself because the whole team is just absolute garbage and nobody can keep up with him. Subban is just 3 steps behind everybody else. He's absolutely terrible. How could this team even want him at this point? I pray to God that the Kraken takes PK, because I do not want his rotten corpse on this team anymore. But hey, let's think of some positives here. The Devils held the Flyers to like 8 shots through 2 periods, which who would have ever thought they were capable of that? So the fact that they held them to the first 2 periods was good. It's just they need to continue that. And I think as time went on, they maybe lost a step. The Flyers just kicked it up a notch, and the Devils couldn't keep up. And I think that's really the issue here. And you just can't let it happen on Saturday. Hall's going to have a hat trick on Saturday, isn't he? I wouldn't be surprised. The Devils always get killed to Buffalo in Buffalo. So I'm expecting the worst. Yeah, so the Devils have Buffalo on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and then they have Buffalo again at 1 o'clock on Sunday. So it's a double matinee weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And no matter how bad this team gets, I'm always going to be watching, always going to be a fan, being critical on the team, because that's what real fans need to do. Let them know when they're wrong, but still support them no matter what. So with that said, I'm just going to end this video here. There's no point in talking about any more tragedies of this team. I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching if you stay the entire time. Not only should you like and subscribe, you should please let me know how you thought this game went. Hopefully you agree with me, because this should not be a standard that we hold ourselves to. The true colors of this team really stood out towards the end of the game, and maybe that's what you think too. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Let's go Devils. Always. Do or die. Devils all the way. Sean out.